Welcome back. We're straight back at the Singhu border where the protests and counter-protests have intensified and the situation is still extremely volatile. Those are the live visuals coming to you from your screens from the Singhu border. That's the Delhi-Haryana border. Remember, the Delhi-Haryana border, the Singhu border has been one of in fact, the biggest hub for the farmer protests. And since yesterday, we saw a second group of protesters enter the Singhu border and demand that the farmers vacate. And that has intensified even today. And in fact, when the two groups, the two parallel protesters came face to face today, that's when the things intensified and that triggered off a kind of a face-off, and we saw the situation turn extremely volatile. There was, in fact, tear gas shells that was used. There was a lathi charge also. There was, in fact, at the same time, there was stone pelting also being done as well from both the sides that happened. In fact, the additional police forces have also been called in. And those are visuals on your screen now are from just a short while back when we saw some of the protesters using lathis, and now we're back to the live visuals at this point in time where additional forces have been deployed and they are trying to bring the situation under control. So the things like stone pelting is not happening now. But the situation is still volatile. You can see barricades are there on your screens which have been, strewn about. They've been pulled down. There are the security forces also now in huge numbers. They're trying to put up barricades to restrict the protesters' movements. There is the second group of protesters which managed to enter this particular area, and that's when the clashes really broke out. But right now, things are trying to be calmed down and trying to be brought under control by the security forces. But it was complete chaos, and that's still going on at the moment. There is absolutely chaos that has broken out there at the Singhu border. In fact, this has been volatile since yesterday, and now today, of course, just a short while back, things sort of took a turn for the worse. They were not initially, like our reporter was pointing out, there were not enough police personnel, and in fact, more forces had to be called in and try and bring the situation under control. All right, we've got Alok back with us. Viewers, just to tell you, there is a big delay between, when I'm talking and when Alok will in fact respond. So do bear in mind. Alok, coming to you here, if you can tell us what the latest details are, what you're seeing around you at the Singhu border.
Yes, so here again the stone pelting started. We saw at regular interval stone pelting happens. The police tried to pacify them. Then they stop. Then again they start continuously doing. Then they start doing the stone pelting. So a few police personnel got injured right now. We are a little bit away from the main protest side, but at one side you can see some of the protesters. These are the farmers protesters. They are carrying banners of their unions organizations, their farmers organizations. You can see they are carrying the banners of their unions, and also on the other side some of the people who are claiming to be locals, they also came over here and they were indulging in stone pelting. Stone pelting continued from both the side also. It happened from both the side in which some persons got injured, some police personnel also got injured. Right now the situation completely volatile, completely tense, but police is all over around. My video journalist will try to show you and pan his camera that large number of police force all around. But despite their presence at regular interval, despite their presence at regular interval, the stone pelting happens. Back to you.
All right, Alok, thank you for getting us all of those details. We'll, of course, keep coming back to you, but those are the latest details that Alok was telling us. Situation extremely volatile at the Singhu border right now. Just to recap for our viewers what's been happening. All right, we've got Alok back with us right now. Alok, coming to you once again here. If you can sort of just rewind for us and recap for us, what was that trigger point, and give us a sense of right now the situation. At least it seems like it's slightly calmer, though, of course, it is still extremely volatile. But the police are, a lot of them are on standby and are trying to ensure that the situation doesn't go out of control once again.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, we'll show you what all had happened. We are away around 200 meters from the main protest site. Here, my video journalist will show you that barricading, that cement barricading. Here, these protesters managed to reach. This is very close enclosure. You can see the tents of the farmers as well. You can see some of the farmers there standing as well. They were there. And at the same time, the protesters who claim to be the resident of that particular area of this surroundings, they said that they came over here in front of the police personnel. They started saying that, and they started pressurizing the police to allow them to move inside, to move towards the main stage of the farmers. When the police stopped them, there was some mishandling and some scuffle and some struggle kind of situation also occurred, but they managed to barge in, and as soon as they barged in, suddenly the flash mob that who gathered over here, they allegedly indulged in the vandalism, and we saw that those farmers who were sitting there, who were in fact first they showed their restrainment to indulge in any kind of fights. When they saw that their things were being vandalized, which were kept over here, then they also indulged in the fight. So we saw that from both the sides, the stone pelting was continuing for a few minutes, and in the police also, they were also trying to pacify the situation, diffuse the situation, but at the same time, some person came with the swords as well from the farmer side. The person who attacked the police personnel with the sword, he was caught at the same time, and the policeman who got injured in his hand, that critical injury he received in his hand, he is the station house officer of the Alipur police station, under whose jurisdiction this Singhu border falls. Then we saw that that he got injured and that person was caught, kept in the gypsy of the police, but he was also belted up badly. He was beaten up badly. He was taken to the police station. Now the police officer who got injured, he has also taken to the police station. When the stone pelting was happening, few more persons got injured. The figure of those persons who got injured, we will tell to our viewers later. But right now, the main focus of the police is to maintain the law and order over here. Large number of police personnel, more force have been now come in. RAF, Rapid Action Force and CRPF all are here. In fact, since yesterday we saw that the tense situation was cropping up. In fact, yesterday a few persons who arrived over here claiming to be the resident of that particular area, of this particular area, they came over here with the banners on their hands, demanding these farmers to vacate this site because they were claiming that they were facing a lot of problem over here. Then today, in the continuation of that, they again managed, the similar kind of crowd again managed, but today they were in huge number. They were around 200, 150 to 200. So their numbers were increased in comparison to yesterday. But despite that, large number of deployment of police personnel, police failed to stop the violence that triggered over here. So definitely the action, that we can say that it is the failure of the police, the way that they dealt with the situation. They could have stopped them away from this main enclosure, but they did not do this. The result of that, they managed to reach to the very near to the farmers' enclosure, and they managed to barge in. This is what all had happened. Now the more force are coming. My video journalist is showing you.
All right, Alok, thank you so much for getting us all of those details. Of course, I'm going to keep coming back to you, but I also want to now go across to Ayushman, who is joining us from the Ghazipur border. Now, remember, the Ghazipur border, just to remind our viewers, yesterday there was a lot of, chaos there as well. We saw clashes, erupt at the Ghazipur border. The water supply, the power supply was cut off. But now, after, Rakesh Tikait, we saw he, in fact, came out and appealed to the rest of the protesters. He said that essentially he's not going to leave the Ghazipur border. He's not going to leave the protest site. And since then, we've been seeing more and more farmers pour into Ghazipur as well. Let me go across to Ayushman. Ayushman, what can you tell us about the situation at Ghazipur right now?
Avni, here at Ghazipur, the security deployment as compared to yesterday has thinned down. If my video journalist will show you, near to the Ghazipur border, the police deployment is there. The Rapid Action Force is also deployed, and that number has significantly reduced as compared to yesterday. But what has increased is the presence of farmers. All the vehicles that you're seeing right now have come from the western UP. These are the farmers who have come to the Ghazipur border in support of Rakesh Tikait. Yesterday we saw him making an emotional appeal, and there you can see all those people who are going there. On the upper side of the flyover is the place where Rakesh Tikait is currently holding the protest, and these are people who have marched from the western part of Uttar Pradesh, and this is just a mere start, Avni. Currently there is a Mahapanchayat going on in Muzaffarnagar, after which we are being told a large amount of tractors will be again heading towards the national capital. We have been told that Rakesh Tikait's brother, Naresh Tikait, who is the national president of Bharatiya Kisan Union in Uttar Pradesh, Tikait, he is now claiming that all those people who are present in the Mahapanchayat need to go to national capital to back the protest at Ghazipur border. So the number of protesters, which somewhere remained very low in Ghazipur as compared to Singhu and Tikri, has seen an increase, and the crowd is swelling here. And currently, the appeal which Rakesh Tikait had made, it seems to be working on ground. The farmers, whomsoever we talked to, they were relating to the emotion which Rakesh Tikait showed, and now they are saying that they are here for a longer haul. They will head back only after the government repeal these laws. Now, how the Uttar Pradesh police and Uttar Pradesh government is going to deal with it remains to be seen. But the number of farmers at Ghazipur border has increased, Avni.
Ayushman, that is going to be important to see now, because yesterday we saw the Uttar Pradesh government, giving a straight order asking the DMs and SSPs to ensure that all the farmer protests in Uttar Pradesh are completely, stopped, and to ensure that the protests are over. But at this point in time, the other aspect is that a water supply had also stopped, and you're also telling us now that the number of farmers who are entering Ghazipur have also increased. What's the situation as far as all of that is concerned?
Well, Avni, the electricity supply has been resumed, and it was resumed yesterday only. And for the water supply, the ADM has assured the farmers that it will be done soon. We today also saw the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, though he did not go to the stage. He said that it is not a political forum where he wants to speak, but he clearly said that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has said that there is no reason to worry for facilities regarding lavatory and also water. The Delhi government will be supplying it. So here the water is being supplied by the Delhi government, and the protesters have also been assured by the Ghazipur administration that they would be supplying the water. So that is not a concern for now. But yes, the kind of turnout that we are expecting right now, because the leaders whom we have talked to, they are saying this is just the start and people have started coming in a large number. Large troop of people are still awaited. Once the Mahapanchayat is over, the exact number will come as to how many people are coming to Ghazipur border. That remains to be seen. But today, one significant comment came from UP police in which they said that they never intended to remove the protesters or farmers. They only wanted to engage in a dialogue and no forceful eviction will be done. They wanted to engage in a dialogue, and yesterday they have said that they were not going to remove. Now, what is the situation? The deployment of rapid action force and the police officials is definitely here. But if you see the number of protesters and the tractors and also the cars and all from Western Uttar Pradesh, that definitely has seen a many-fold increase today as compared to yesterday after Rakesh Tikkait's emotional appeal. And he yesterday wept and he clearly said that there was an intent to beat up the farmers and evacuate them forcefully, after which we have seen many farmers are now coming to Ghazipur to support the cause of repealing the 3 laws which have been raised by the farmers in past 2 months.
All right, Ayushman, thanks for getting us all of that update. Important clarifications there coming in. So UP government clarifying that they're not going to forcefully evict the farmers from the Ghazipur border at this point in time. So those, Ayushman, from the Ghazipur border, that he's showing us what's happening there. And on the other side of the screen is the live visuals of what's happening at the Singhu border. Both places extremely volatile and a lot of drama happening. We'll continue to track all of that. But now it's time to slip into a very quick break. We'll be back.